Number 29, test 9. So we're going to use real values here. The question asks, what does the line of best fit predict about the increase of the minimum wage over a 70-year period? This falls into the category of interpreting equations. Here's the equation for the line of best fit. Of course, we have the graph as well. And all we're doing is figuring out which of these answers is true. Now, I am going to use a real value, but before I do, I just want you to notice that reading vertically gives us a couple of options, either each year or every 10 years. Right? And then a minimum wage increase, they all say increase. Sometimes they say average, no, they all say average too, of either this amount or this amount. And I think we have slightly different values, but let's be clear. This is saying, roughly 10 cents, right? $0.096 is roughly 10 cents. This is saying 50 cents. This is saying, again, roughly 10 cents. And this one's saying roughly 50 cents. That should be enough of an estimation to go off of. So that's what we're looking at. I'm going to clear all this junk so we can do the work here. And I'm going to zoom in so I can really see what's going on in this graph. So here's what I would do. And I'll get back to those answers in a second. But what I would do is I would kind of look for some points. And I would roughly estimate. I don't like to use the values down, at the very beginning of graphs, because sometimes I've seen some slightly misleading stuff. So we know something, for instance, when X is 20, the minimum wage looks to be, about $1.50. And then let's deal with this 10-year business because that came up in the answer choices. When X is 30, it looks like it's about $2.50. And just to be absolutely clear, let's see what happens when X is 40. When X is 40, I don't know. It looks a little bit under 350, but I'll just say 350-ish. Because all I need is some rough values to make sense of this stuff here. So all I'm going to do now, those points got a little gross. Don't mind those dots on the page if you can manage to not mind those things. Okay, I don't want to start this question over because I think we're making good progress here. Look, those were points from the graph, and that's what I mean about picking numbers here, is ground your work in real values. So what do I see? Every 10 years we go up about $1, right? Every 10 years we go up about $1. So what can we cross off? Each year it doesn't go up 49 cents. Every 10 years it doesn't go up 10 cents-ish. It goes up about $1. Every 10 years it doesn't go up 50 cents. Right? Now we can see where this information is coming from. This is the y-intercept. That has nothing to do with an increase in rate. That's a starting point. So that's another reason why B is out and D is out. Now here we have this slope. They're hoping to get lost in the zeros here. Or you're getting lost with the scale. We know that every year it doesn't go up 10 cents. Right? That's what this is roughly saying. It's okay to estimate this. We see that every 10 years it goes up about $1. Right? So each year it must go up about 10 cents if it goes up $1 in 10 years. So 10 years, you could say, approximately $1. Right? So that was the way that I grounded my thinking in real numbers. Essentially, every year this goes up by 10 cents. It goes up 9.6 cents or $0.096. The reason I estimated there is because I feel like I can think through the values of 10 cents and $1 way better than I can think about 0.49 or $0.096 and stuff like that. Of course, the mistake they're hoping you make here is that the graph goes up in groups of 10 and that the values go up about $1 every group of 10. And so you might think, this 0.096 is for, every 10 years. But X is still measured in years, right? Years since 1940. So I know that's somewhat tricky, but it's also not that difficult as long as you ground your thinking in real values like we did over here. Nice. Hopefully that helped you.